My name is Brandon Fennell. I was born and raised here in Goleta, married to my beautiful wife, Christina, and I have two beautiful kids. My family means the world to me. Although I've always tried to live my life with good morals and treating others with respect, I never had a relationship with God growing up. In fact, I was just never introduced to the church. After my mom passed away about 4 years ago, I started feeling lost and dealt with it by drinking a lot more. I found myself going out nightly and not being present for my wife and kids. I was just trying to numb my sadness and not deal with reality. It got to the point where I got multiple DUIs and crashed my wife's car into a tree. I thank God that I didn't injure anyone else or die that night. I could see myself spiraling downhill, but I didn't have the power to stop it. This is when I found Hope Community Church and God came into my life for the first time. I knew how to do something to fill the void in my life, and God seemed to be the answer. At first, I just felt better after going to church, and the more I went, the better I felt. That is when I realized I needed Jesus in my life. For me, this was something new, completely new, and I always thought and felt I could control everything in my life. After getting more involved with the church and meeting new friends, I feel this is the perfect time for me to make the next step with God. I want to thank my parents and wife and kids for always being there to support me through bad and good times. I'm here today to wash away my sins and continue to grow my relationship with God.
I baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
I'm Christina Fennell. I always felt my life was well accomplished and balanced as a mom, wife, and employee. It wasn't until about 8 years ago that I started to suffer from depression. I started to slowly isolate myself and disengage from my family and loved ones. I felt no joy in anything I did. This became so debilitating that I no longer wanted to be a part of society. I just wanted to run far away and escape everything. I sought out help through meds, counseling, therapy, and it helped, but only for a short time. No matter how hard I try, I always seem to fail and sink back deeper and deeper into this depression. It was at one of my lowest points that I reached out to the Lord and asked for Him to walk beside me and guide me. I was so desperate for change. I started reaching out to Jesus, then slowly engaged in services and worship. It was then I started to notice a change in my life. I started to feel stronger. I knew I had someone in my corner to give me strength. I could turn to God with whatever I was facing and hand it over to Him, and He would guide me and walk beside me. I no longer was in a state of desperation or feeling so lost and hopeless. Jesus gave me strength to move forward and inch myself back to where I once was. I want to thank my family for helping me to get through the low times and supporting me and being patient with me. I'm here today to surrender my old life and give myself fully to Jesus Christ, my Savior, and follow in His footsteps and in His path from this day going forward.
Christina, I baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit.